Hello, and welcome back to National Busways West Scotland, here at the Polmady Garage in Glasgow, where the game has had a moment. But the game having a moment does give me a little bit of time to go over the plan. The plan, the what on earth are we going to be doing? And the what on earth we're going to be doing centres around the Beltway, which we've not really touched since we put it in like a year ago. Hang on, I'm gonna check my channel videos and see when that went up. Playlists, West Scotland videos. Yeah, that was episode 4. And this one is episode 60. So literally over a year ago was the last time we touched the Belt. Well, it was when we started the Beltway. The Beltway took a few episodes to get in because it's 2 routes in one, with quite high vehicle requirements, and because it was one of the first mainline routes to put in, we didn't have a lot of money at the time, so we put in one direction of the Beltway first, and then the other one. And the Beltway, because it's been so long since we've really looked at the Beltway, let's have a little bit of a refresher on what exactly the Beltway is, and then look at what we're going to change about the Beltway, because the Beltway does need some pretty big changes in order to function. Well, not in order to function, but in order to truly be the sort of the useful route that it is, now that the network is so much bigger. The Beltway has kind of a different role. I mean, it kind of always had this role, but the Beltway needs to change a bit. Not in terms of route, the Beltway's doing brilliantly, but I think it can play a bigger role in the network, even as it is in terms of routing. So the 30A is the anti-clockwise circuit of the Beltway, and it looks a bit like that. It's a big loop. It's kind of hard to see because there's so many buses in Glasgow now. But there's the 30A, and then the 30C is the clockwise loop, which is that way, and then the 30A goes that way, like so. And if we go to the timetable, let's start with the 30A. Edit timetable. We will see that it runs every 12 minutes from 5:48 until 2300. And a full loop takes... wow. A full loop takes 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's a lot. So, what we're going to do is get rid of this and that and this and this. Good. Because this route is going to run... well, this timetable is going to become every 30 minutes. And it's going to run, forever, basically. So 5:48, what is half an hour before 48? 18, yes. So until 05:18 the following day. Oh dear, come on game. There we go. 5:18. Let's see what that looks like now. So 5:48. Oh dear, come on. 28. Okay. Yeah. So, this route is going to run, so this is Monday, Saturday, 24 hour. As you can probably guess. It's 24 hour, runs all night. Very nice. So we'll copy that. And we'll paste that. Wow, this only has 6 minutes of timing points. That's crazy. That doesn't need to be there. Where are my indicated terminus points. They are at Bridgeton Cross. Yes, we want Bridgeton Cross. Then we want one at not there. I think it's a St George's Cross, yes. And we want one at St George's Cross. And then there's one at hang on. Bridgeton Cross, St George's Cross. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's actually fine. Bridgeton Cross and St George's Cross. I thought there were more. I thought there were more on this. But this is also going to run every half hour. We're going to like stack 3 timetables on top of each other, Mondays to Saturdays at least. Monday, Saturday, daytime extras 1. And that's going to start at 5:58 and run until 23:28? No, that seems really late. 22:58. There we go. Then we're going to copy that. There we go. It helps when you click the buttons. Just, you know. And this, we want to make sure we have terminus points shown at St George's Cross, not at Postle, and again at Bridgeton Cross. And this is going to start at 6:08 and run until 23:08. Every 30 minutes. That's going to be Monday, Saturday, daytime extras 2. Then this is going to be daily 24 hour. There we go. And Sunday daytime extras. Wow, that started late on a Sunday. Whoa. So this is going to run every 15 minutes on a Sunday, I think. So it is all in all a boost. Where is... There's St George's Cross. We don't want that one. And we want Bridgeton Cross. Good. So daily 24 hour, we want to start it... Well, let's think. There'd be a 6:18. So I will have it at 6:30. That would be 6:33. So it's quite a late start still, but nowhere near as bad. And we'll run it until 22:33. Every half hour. There is the new 30A. So, now, we need to apply those changes to the 30C. And make those changes. There we are. The 30C is now done in addition to the 30A. So, the 30C runs every 10 minutes from 0550. And the last bus at the every 10 minute frequency is the 2310. Then there's a 20 minute gap to 2330, and then it's half hourly until 0530 the following morning. So that's going to use my renowns. And that timetable will come into effect tomorrow in game. So that's the 30, the Beltway. 30 the Beltway, not 30 the route to Motherwell. Next, I'm actually going to look out towards the Great Western Road corridor, because this corridor is hugely frequent in real life, I believe. Either that, or I'm being influenced by other people in the CBM club chat that are also doing saves in Glasgow, or someone else is also doing a save in Glasgow, and wants to run a bus down the Great Western Road every, I think, 4 minutes or something. Currently, we're running a bus down the Great Western Road every 5, I think, every 5 or 6, with the 50 and 51. But I think we should run more. I think we should run more buses down Great Western Road. So, let's get our Glasgow City orange. And we're going to be using a new stand, or a new turnback place in Glasgow City Centre for these, which is Osborne Street. In real life, it is where the ones terminate that go out towards Ballock. And I was thinking of not introducing Osborne Street as a turnback until we reached Ballock on the map, but I think it makes sense to run these new services out of Ballock. Out of Osborne Street. So, I'm going to start with the more normal one, which is going to be the 52, which is going to run to Clydebank via the Great Western Road to Anniesland Cross, follows the 51 down here, and then uses this little bit. So this is the only bit that the 52 will have by itself. So, 52, Glasgow to Clydebank. There we go. How many buses are we sending between Glasgow City Centre and Clydebank now? There's so many. So Osborne Street is over here. If the game would like to behave. And actually no, I'm not going to start them from Osborne Street, because that would make making a timetable really difficult. So what I'm going to do with that is they're going to start from the further end of their route. So the 52, when the game starts responding again, I will send out from Clydebank, and then the next route, which is going to be a weird one, will start from the further end from there. So, when the game responds, all will be revealed. So, the 52 will start from Clydebank, and it'll come out of the bus station as we normally do. And post me, if you don't mind. And there is the 52 from Glasgow to Clydebank via the Great Western Road and Anniesland. So it's about 8 miles-ish, just over 8 miles each way. Should take about an hour each way, which, you know, not terrible. So let's get to the timetable. And the timetable for the 52 is now done. So it runs up to every 10 minutes Mondays to Saturdays, with the core timetable running from very early to very late. Very early to very late every 20 minutes, with an additional layer running from slightly less early to slightly less late, also every 20 minutes in each direction. And then on Sundays it runs every 15 minutes, from quite early to quite late, rather than very early to very late. This route is going to use the where is it? The VP-type, the Presidents, because I like the President and I want to use it more. And it's going to be based out of Clydebank Shed 2 later, because we have another route to put in, and that is going to be the 53, which will run from Osborne Street again in the city centre, along the Great Western Road, out to... Oh, now you see I'm a little bit pondering. I'm pondering a little bit. I could have it come off at Anniesland Cross again and follow the 51 down to here and go up, because it's going to terminate where the 33 terminates at Anniesland, but I want it to do some local stuff at this end, get some local coverage in with a direct connection to Glasgow. And my initial idea was to send it all the way up here and have it go sort of around like that. Maybe I still do that, actually. I still like that idea. That's going to be the 53. So 53, Glasgow to Anniesland via the Great Western Road and a whole bunch of everywhere. So, I'm going to open up OpenStreetMap, see if that area has a name. I just pointed to my screen as if you could see. I'm a bastion of professionalism, aren't I? Right. Scrolling up. Does that area have a name? Yes. Oh yeah, it's called High Knightswood. There we go. So that'll be Anniesland via High Knightswood. And Netherton. There you go. So, this is the 53, and we're starting by going the wrong way out of Anniesland Cross Superstores. By going this way, and around Knightswood and High Knightswood. Is it Knightwood or Night? It's Knightswood, not Knightwood. Okay. The more you know. So we're just going to come around. It's nice to serve a new area for the first time. And then we're going to join the Great Western Road. Like that. And post me, if you don't mind. There is the 53 from Glasgow to Anniesland, starting at Osborne Street, flinging itself as far up the Great Western Road as you can really go, and then going around through High Knightswood and Knightswood. So again, this is also going to run about Actually, you know what? This one's going to run every 15 minutes rather than every 10. So, you know, just to mix up the frequencies a bit, get the buses running at different times. Because with buses, you don't quite need to maintain the sort of drumbeat frequency that you want to maintain with like a train or something. With buses, you just happen to shove a lot of buses down a corridor. You don't need to focus on maintaining a very consistent frequency, although it is nice if you do. But we're not going to do that. We're going to run each route as is needed. So every 15 minutes should suffice for this one. So, the timetable for the 53 is now done. So it runs runs up half hourly for its full service, which is from quite early till quite late, and then from slightly less early till slightly less late. In fact, a lot less early till a lot less late. There's an extra half-hour timetable layer that means we get a service every 15 minutes, and then on Sundays, it's just every 20 minutes. Just straight, every 20-minute service. Very nice. So, these are also going to use the VP type, and they're going to also run from Clydebank Shed 2 later. So we head over to Clydebank Shed 2. We should need, I'm going to guess, 28 new presidents. So I think I'm going to start numbering those from VP. I don't know where I'm going to start numbering these from, actually. But coming over here means that... Oh, they're all gone. Oh no, there's one. Yeah, I was going to say, coming over to Shed 2 at Clydebank means we get to see our Erskine Metro solos, which are very nice little things. So, I'm going to start numbering these, I think, from VP 77? Yeah, 77, I like that. So, Marketplace. Let's buy ourselves some presidents. This garage really has everything. It's got an Optare Excel, it's got Optare Solos, Darts, and B7Ls. And now it's getting B70R presidents, which is very nice. So let's get a president. Well, let's get 28 of the things, actually. Where is it? There it is. No premium seats, no PIS, just standard spec. 10 of them. And these are just going to be in the standard livery now. So, yeah, just standard livery. There's not going to be, if you recall, the first presidents over at Clydebank 1 for the 50 and 51. The first few of those were in a special livery because they were new in 2002, which is the 10th anniversary of Glasgow City Bus under National Busways. These, no such anniversary. It's just, these are just buses. These are just presidents. Just normal bus. And the game's had a moment, so I'll be back when they're all done. Oh, never mind. The game's finished having a moment. I can show you the livery, because even though it's just the normal livery, it's fun. So, South Coast, not South Coast, West Scotland, Glasgow, VP-type. There we go. So yeah, this is our livery for the Plaxton President. It's a pretty standard affair. Very nice. You can tell through the model that this model is actually of a Trident. But I've blanked it off. And then I didn't put... I mean, the model is of a Trident President. It's not of a Volvo President. But for the sake of National Busways, these are Volvo Presidents, not Trident ones. Anyway, that's the first 10. I'll be back when the remaining 18 are with us at Clydebank. And finally, we have SDO3 OGE, better known as VP-154. And there is our full batch of 28 Volvo B70L Plaxton Presidents. Aren't they pretty? Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? Are they the first double-deckers at this garage? Hold up. Presidents, solos, eclipses, darts, eclipses. Yeah, these are the first deckers at Clydebank 2. Very nice. So, let's get the new routes activated. These are the 52 and 53. The 52 running to Clydebank via the Great Western Road and Scotstoun. Or Great Western Road, Anniesland and Scotstoun, I should say. Just so, you know, more information, always good. Activate that, that's the 52. And then when the 52 is activated, it's going to be the turn of the 53, because we like plot twists on this channel. He says as if that wasn't the most predictable thing ever. But we move. And now it's time to join one of the new Plaxton Presidents on the 53 on, well, its first run from Anniesland into Glasgow. First travelling via Knightswood and High Knightswood before joining the Great West Road all the way out, or in I guess, to Glasgow. First bus is the 2003 off of Anniesland Cross, so it's a late in the day, or it's, you know, starting quite late in the day, but it should still be fairly busy out, I would assume. So, I mean, let's see how well we do. I can see a 53 that's really, really busy, so that's a good sign. But we're on the Great Western Road now, so we'll be passing all the 50s. It's just a case of can I recognise which route they're all on, because they all use the same vehicle type. There's a 51 right behind us. There's a 50 and a 51. And we're now very busy, which is very nice. Busy means profit. Busy means profit, and profit is good. There's a 53 that's very busy, being closely followed by a 52. And a 51 and a 50. Ooh, they arrive in descending order. That's pleasing. I like that. This bit of Great West Road is really, really busy, because this is where we get the Beltway and stuff. And I think we also get... We might get a few other services on that bit. I'm not actually sure just how busy. I know it's very busy, but I'm not sure exactly how busy. So, just coming into Glasgow city centre now, with much lag. And we are, you know, keeping to time, which is very good. And now in the sort of conveyor belt of buses that is the area around George Square. And there's a X30 to Wishaw. Although, actually, at WW we are short, I think, 3 or 4 SVTs. So off camera I'm going to get an extra 4 SVTs just to make up the shortfall. I'm almost tempted to get 6. We'll see. But the 53 does not have long to wait in Glasgow, so we're straight out. And yeah, the 52 leaves at 5 minutes past the hour. So that's going to be following us all the way to Anniesland Cross. Nice. And I think this route might have slightly more lenient timing within Glasgow. I know it makes different stops within Glasgow. But I think it's also got more lenient timing. Yeah, the 52 is like right behind us now. So, Hopefully we can shake it off between here and Anniesland Cross. Following an 8. This George Square must be an absolute, like, bus enthusiast paradise right now. There's everything everywhere all at once. I swear that's an anime. Yeah, the Beltway does a weird thing there. I should have changed that when I updated the Beltway earlier. Oh well. Seeing as we can see the 52, when we get to Anniesland Cross... Oh, you know, actually, the 52 is frequent enough. We can take this all the way through to Anniesland because we terminate at Anniesland Cross. Yeah, we do. We do terminate at Anniesland Cross. Very nice. So we're maintaining about a 1 minute lead over the 52, which is not ideal. And now the 52 is fully caught up as we get to Anniesland Cross. Great. This is not very well balanced, but it should be fine. So now we've got 1718 on board. This bit of the Great Western Road is not as busy. This bit of the Great West Road just has us and the 50. So, that routing's not gone well. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh well. And coming around through High Knightswood now. And it is, you know, as you would expect, fairly quiet here. And, well, we're almost at the end now. Coming down, what is this, Fulton Street? Yeah, Fulton Street. Very quiet as you get down Fulton Street, because we're like, you know, one stop from the end. In fact, there it is. So let's head down to Clydebank and get on a 52. Not that 52. Let's get on that 52. There you go. This is SD03OFF. It would be nice if it could show fleet numbers. But it just shows license plates. And, you know, as we probably all know by now, I don't use the fleet, I don't use the license plate to identify my buses. I use my fleet numbers. So I have no idea which one SD03OFF is. But now we're heading back into Glasgow. What is that? What is that is following us? I don't know. Hopefully we... Dear me. Hopefully we can keep it behind us. Why is that 190 completely dead? That 190 is completely dead. Oof. Okay, we're now running next to a beltway. Oh yes, this bit of the Great Western Road also has the C2. So that's bendy buses every 8 minutes. So that's a nice bit of capacity for the inner Great West Road. And there's our sort of stop that's near the Buchanan bus station. Very nice. And coming into Glasgow. Now, if the game was performing better, I would be tempted to just, like, do a jump cut, run the game through until the new timetable starts on the Beltway. But I don't know. This is going to be the 23:05 to Clydebank, arriving at midnight 08. In fact, we're already gone. So, how do we do? Is that an Enviro 500? That's an Enviro 500. Very nice. again, there's so many cool stuff. There's so many cool stuff. So many good English on this channel. There's so many cool buses in Glasgow right now. Like, bus enthusiast goals is how I would describe this save right now. So good. Yeah, there's... The 53 was just in front of us, so... Yeah. And it is busier than we are, to be expected. I wonder if I can run it on 2 times speed, seeing as we've already done the Great West Road today, in both directions. It's just that this one turns off at Anniesland Cross. So let's just go up to Anniesland Cross. Nearly there. There's Anniesland Cross. It's a very big junction. I want to know what that looks like, because that's mental. And I assume it's all flat, because it's in a very dense urban area. That would not be a flying junction, like a motorway interchange. We're just coming through Scotstoun now. There's a nice little... that is a nice little shopping area by the looks of things. And there's a 5 behind us. You can see how the numbering system's all sort of intertwined. Because down this road you've got the 15, or the 5, 15, and 52. And then eventually I think it's going to be the 80... What is it going to be? It's the 80-something. It's going to break the numbering scheme a bit. But it's going to be numbered that way because it goes way further out. It's going to be the 82. Which is why of the new routes, it's the 52 that goes this way. Rather than the 53. Or, you know, any other number. Because it's sort of nice if you keep your numbers on a little theme. So the numerical theme going down that road is 5 and 2. So that's that. Beltway. I think I can remember to touch on it next episode. So, I think that will be it from me, from National Busways West Scotland, from the Polmedy Garage in Glasgow. So, I'll see you next week. Bye bye.